Every stressful scenario you have from when you were 5
it's training through experience.
It's training through experience.
Yeah.
And I feel that I've had a really big training session over the last 5 years, so that when stressful things come up, I'm like, hey, just fucking move on.
Sometimes you're in the hole in business, and when you've been there before, you're like, I know, I've been here before.
Yeah.
These waters are not unfamiliar, sorry. These waters are not unfamiliar. Yeah. I know where we are. We're not in uncharted. What was that term they were using during COVID? Unprecedented times.
There are things now that are going to happen in life that, everyone's going to go through a death of some sort, be it yourself or someone else that you know that's really close to you. It's going to happen. How are you going to deal with that? I'm going to become a citizen, a US citizen. I'm going to vote for Trump.
I vote from here.
Good job.
I don't even vote here. Jokes, enrollment,
vote.
What's it called?
I don't know.
The voting enrollment people, whoever the fuck you are.
Those people.
Yeah, those people.
Don't find us.
Go get a real job. Yeah. Why you want to move to US?
Oh, just to vote for him.
Just to vote for
Just to vote for him. Then I'll come back.
Go citizenship.
Yep. Vote, then leave.
Yeah. Just to get your 2 cents in.
I like what he's about, man. I know a lot of people hate him. Yeah, I just like it. Everything he says, I agree with.
He's gonna unless he ends up in jail.
Even then, he'll win.
You reckon?
Even then, he'll win.
So he's the first ever president to have
be indicted or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the term is, to have a case against him like at this level. Not because he's the first one to ever have technically done anything wrong, but only because the others get it hidden.
Look, let's be honest. If you're a 40-year-old billionaire,
40-year-old billionaire
back in the day when he was in his 40s and he had strippers and hookers and everything going around, probably most of those accusations are true.
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
Look, in the same token, maybe not.
It's just,
maybe he was a gentleman.
You know what? No.
Who knows?
Okay, it's probably true. You're right. But what, like I said, just came out now.
Yeah, of course. Exactly right.
How convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like,
well, a lot of the stuff he's saying now, and I was watching this episode, just a clip. You always see clips of him on socials, always.
You do.
And yeah, man, because I'm voting for him. I searched Trump 2024.
Trump. Talking into his home.
And I was watching this clip, and he just, look, it's very upsetting. Everything that's happening, everything that I'm going through, like it's not just me. I can handle it. I don't give a shit. He goes, but it affects your family. Yeah, he's saying that. He goes, my wife stood by me day one, and everyone keeps saying why she's only here because of the money, and she's only because of this. He goes, but it's not true, because we've been together for however long it's been, and all that sort of stuff. And it made me think that it's when you get to that level and you are so big, people start to bring you down.
100%.
Dude, and I think that's what I sympathise the most with him. It's not because I love his policies or I think he's a godsend, and in all honesty, I couldn't give a fuck.
I think he's funny.
Couldn't care. I love that he's just balls to the wall. I love that he doesn't care. This is what it is. Calls people up on their shit. 9 times out of 10, he's pretty much bang on. Because he just doesn't care. Because he has so much money, he doesn't care. And he was saying something the other day. He's like, I'm the only president that's actually ever given up his wage and just given it back. He goes, about $4.50.
In the US as well.
Yeah.
So the Prime Minister of Australia makes, in our own dollars, as much as...
Does a PM get that much? I thought he got less.
PM?
Yeah.
About $4.50.
Is it? There you go. Yeah, so he gets about that. That's what he was saying. He goes, no one wrote any articles about that. No one wrote every quarter how I gave it back to the people. He goes, I'm the only one. He goes, there's been some very wealthy presidents over the years. He goes, all of them took a wage. He goes, I've been the only one. He goes, there might be some people, this person. He goes, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I'd have to check the facts. But he goes, no one ever writes about that. They only write about the things that they might see here and here and here and coming and attacking my credibility.
Doesn't get interest.
Yeah. So, as you get bigger, as you get more well-known, you get comments like that. And it happened to me this morning again, actually, because you're running heaps of ads for me at the moment with our upcoming events and whatnot. And it's funny, there was this one guy, he commented, is like, this moment you become an Insta builder or Insta influencer, you stop becoming a builder or something like that. And I was trying to just think of something to write back. And not that I really care. But it was just a prime example of someone playing so small Like someone just going, okay, so if I'm trying to affect change, let's just be crazy and assume I'm actually trying to help people. How else am I going to
crazy
what a
thought.
crazy fucking idea. I'm specifically trying to help builders. What a crazy thought for me to do something like that. But where else am I going to try and do that? How else can I reach the masses? Do you want me to advertise in the yellow pages?
They don't understand the game.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So I look at that and there was not an ounce of anger in me when I read that comment. There wasn't an ounce of you're a fuckhead. There was nothing about that. I looked at him. The first thing I thought, poor guy. Poor guy, man. He's playing small.
Good on you.
He's playing small. Like I almost empathise for him. I was like, man, you've already given up, dude.
I get angry.
I used to.
I get fired up. I'm like,
You know what's
I'm
funny?
going to blast this bloke. I'm going to put him on show.
I find other people, like my mates or my wife, like they'll read comments like that and they started taking, like, dude, relax. Look at the person. Go on his profile. Click on his profile and tell me if that's someone that you want to be upset over. You know what I mean? Half of these people are just, honestly, they're fucking weirdos. Let's be honest.
without...
You know what I mean? Like, you look at the profile, like, dude, you're riding a koala. Like, I don't know, whatever he's doing.
You just reminded me of a guy who commented on an ad that we're adding at the moment.
Yeah.
And he goes, why would anyone want to use AI to hide their building mistakes? This is thing, quit while you're still behind, buddy.
Yes, I saw that one. I saw that.
And I was like, first of all, nothing to hide. Secondly, this ad's doing really well. Thanks for checking though.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, clearly with your 13 comments. And I was like, the ads aren't for comments, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
And then I wrote that and then I sent it and then I was like, why am I talking to this guy?
right.
And then I just blocked him.
You just, exactly. It's consumed yourself.
Yeah, I was like, why am I getting consumed into this?
And now that's what I'm doing too, because I don't want to pay to reach people like that. So you block them and then they're no longer, paying money to reach that particular person. They're never going to buy your product. They're not going to probably buy your product anyway. So it was funny.
But I get so petty with that shit that I'd want them to come around and go to buy it and sit there. Wait. Didn't you commented? Sorry, bro.
Do you know, the first thing I thought? I almost offered him free tickets to come to the event. Yeah.
Right, sit there like I want to show you what we're about.
No, I actually said, invite him
show in front of everyone.
Who wrote this? Can you stand
Stand up now.
Stand up.
That is.
No, I wanted to give him a free event. I said, tell you what, if you don't like it, I'll even give you your money back.
I'll even give you the money that I paid for you.
That I paid for you to give.
Yeah.
I'll pay you to come.
Yeah. $8 an hour.
Yeah.
That's what it costs.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. $8 an hour, you can change your life.
Charge more. How good. $8 an hour will change your life. So for those of you that are builders, listen to this. Jump on, inquire, send me a DM. If you send me a DM after listening to this, when is this going to come out? This will come out before the event.
It'll come out just before the event. Probably in a couple of weeks.
If you listen to this and you're a builder and you're wondering, what's George talking about? I've got a builder summit coming up. If you DM me or tag Robbie or me or $1 Million Days, anyone in this post right now, I'll give you a free ticket. Give you a free ticket.
No.
Absolutely.
Serious?
Free ticket.
I'm going to DM you.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm going to send you a DM. Well, there you go. Free tickets. Backing Trump.
Backing Trump. Stop playing so small.
Stop playing so small. You know what I like about Trump?
What's that?
Dude, did you watch the UFC, do you? So him and Dana White are like good mates, yeah. It's like they speak at least monthly.
Yeah.
And you got to think like Trump's would have a pretty full schedule. Like to speak to someone monthly, you probably like him a lot. And did you see a couple of weeks ago, post the indictment, like he got indicted on Thursday or whatever it was, and then he went to the UFC? Dude, he got a standing ovation.
Yeah. But look at look at the people that are in that room. Most of those people would be Trump supporters, I would say. Trumpians, yeah.
Call them. But dude, I was thinking about it and I was like, man, this guy, because then I was watching the press conference, and they go to Dana White, what did you think of Trump coming to the event tonight with everything that happened post to the indictment, blah, blah, blah. And then he just looks at the reporter. He's like, did you see him when he walked in? He's like, yeah. He's like, so what do you think? Do you think it was a good idea for him to come? And the guy's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, exactly. He's like, you got a standing ovation. And then I was thinking, fuck, man. Have you ever had a stressful situation in your life and then you're like, I'm not fucking going to that place now. Like, I've got a million things on my mind. Dude, this guy dropped everything. He's like, I'm going to watch some fights. And it's like, running for president, all this stuff happening. How are you not stressing? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you say it?
I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed.
How are you not stressing? How do you have the ability to handle stress at that level?
Man, so good. So true. Because you look at everything he just went through. And if everyone goes, oh, it's easy not to stress when you have billions of dollars. Hang on. Billions of dollars isn't going to keep you out of jail.
Or I heard this sick thing the other day about making a lot of money. And they're like, when you don't have money, most of your problems look like money problems. So if it's a problem and it can be solved with money, it's an expense.
That's right. Not a problem. It's an expense. And I had a client many years tell me that, and it just changed my perspective on whenever I had perceived problems. And I go, if I can solve that.
Yeah, it's like if I can throw money at this and it goes away, and I've got a money problem. Yeah. I don't have a problem. I've got a money problem.
Yeah. And I said that the other day when I was actually in a mediation for some a scumbag that owed me some money. And we're having a negotiation, and my barrister, we're having a chat with her. And she goes, this. And I said, listen, I go, I know what my problem is here. And she's like, what's that? She goes, my problem isn't that I'm arguing over 120 grand. My problem is that I'm not worth $50 million. That's my problem here. And she's like, wow. She goes, she's dealt with some pretty big hot shots in the industry and over time and period. She goes, George, you're the most practical person I've ever met in my life. I said, but it's true. Because if I had $50 million, this isn't a problem. It's just like, here, sort it out. Don't talk to me. Like, I'm here just for the entertainment to make him feel weird and squirm.
Just stare him down.
That's right. Just watch him squirm and just walk in there and just drop my Ferrari key on there and say, listen, this is what's going to happen right now. You're either going to pay some money and you're going to get rid of your pain right now, or you're going to go the next 4 months in stress. Because if I lose, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I will pay.
I will pay just to watch you. Yeah. I'm paying just to watch you squirm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Seriously. I'm going to put on YouTube.
And then that's what it was for me. I looked at it and I go, I don't have a problem. I didn't have any issues there. And that in itself was a stressful situation. I've got to only imagine what Trump was going through in that instance.
That's what I'm saying.
Running for presidency. And, oh, shit, Thursday night, better go to the UFC.
Dude, and he's got, it's not like he's got nothing else. He's got businesses.
Everyone is smashing him from all ends. Like, he goes on any media, anything, and it's not, hey, well done on all that money you raised. Well done on this. Well done on that. Well done for donating your money when you were in term. Well done for the lowest inflation, the lowest unemployment. People don't go in for that. They go, hey, what about the sex scandal? What about this? What about this? What about they only smash it? They only go there and say things that are going to get ratings on TV. And he handles it like a champion every single time. But how much could that wear you down?
Even the way he walked out from the trial or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Case. That's it. Massive balls. He just says, it goes corrupt system, corrupt judges.
This has been, you guys have made a horrible mistake today.
Right. How many people
we will win this. The vote will happen.
Yeah.
What will happen, however, if I can talk, on November 5th or whenever the election is, he's going to win, dude. He's going to win.
Yeah.
But, man, I take my hat off to him. He's 77, 78, whatever he is.
Yeah. He's switched on still.
Dude, on, busy.
Someone asked me this the other day. It was actually at one of my trainings. One of the guys came up to me and he goes, George, when is enough? He's like, when are you going to slow down? Dude, I'm just getting started. Slow down.
When is it enough?
I don't think it ever will be. My goal isn't to ever be enough. I want to keep going until the last moment. And I don't see that. See, people are like, yeah, go.
Okay, keep going. I was just trying to digest what you're saying.
Yeah, cool. People, I think it's a limiting belief because it's like, no, once you get $50 million, that's it, stop. Just relax. Just enjoy your life. Why don't you spend time with your family?
Yeah, you're like, I am fucking enjoying this shit.
Dude, exactly right. Why am I? You're making it out. What he was effectively saying is, this is
painful.
Yeah, you must be sacrificing so much to be away, to be doing all this. Because we were on a 3-day retreat where we were deep diving into an aspect of running a construction business. And he goes, you're away from your family for 3 whole days doing this. I said, yes. But this is going to allow me to have a 3-month holiday with my family and memories I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because so am I willing to sacrifice 3 days for 3 months? Absolutely. Am I willing to sacrifice 3 days so both my kids go to a private school? Absolutely. Am I willing to do, it should be a sacrifice. This is a win-win scenario for me. I'm doing something that I enjoy and brings me lots of fulfillment, and I then get to celebrate that with the people I love the most.
Yeah. And most people that, I don't know who said this to you, and I'm not a crack at them, whoever they are, if you listen to this, but...
Not at all. It's most perspective, and we spoke a lot about limiting beliefs at this particular event as well. And that was a limiting belief for him. He thought, because he saw how hard he was working, he's like, I see myself working really hard, but I see what I have to do in order to achieve that level of success. I have to sacrifice my family, or I have to sacrifice my personal health. No, you don't.
That's a blockage, yeah.
It is. It's a blockage.
It's a mental block, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another thing, though. People who do say that thing tend to, stay at home on a Saturday and watch TV for 10 hours. And then you're like, dude, like, me spending an hour with my kid present is more valuable than you sitting there watching TV at home on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Way more fucking valuable.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You not spending time with them anyway, but saying, I'm home at 5:30. Who cares? What's the point if you're a fucking dud and you sit down on the couch and you turn into a
zombie.
robot? Yeah, a zombie. Even better. You turn into a zombie and you don't know what's going on. You're not present. You're not paying attention to what the kids are doing. You know what I mean? As opposed to being
And
there
that's
for
not to say you don't love them.
No,
You know what I mean?
it's not.
It's not to say, like, of course you love them. You're doing all this for them. Okay, I get that. But you're not being present is a huge impact on their life, but also yours. And then you one day wake up and turn around and you've got teenagers that, because when you've reached that level when it's enough, they're going to be teenagers, young adults, and want to live their own life. They're not going to want to hang out with you or sit on your lap and eat dinner at 23. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to make the most of that. And look, this is a challenge for a man as well, or for the provider of the family, I believe, is your greatest opportunity to make the most wealth in your life exists when you are young, hungry, like you're at that level 10 years into your profession, and it's your time to go out there and crush it and kill it.
You're peaking, yeah.
Yeah, you're peaking.
Yeah, you peak.
But it's also the time that you have to sacrifice with your children, because you can't be home all the time and be with them and go play and go to the park, take them to school, pick them up, cook dinner, because you've got to grind and do that. It's the sacrifice of a man to do that, or the sacrifice of the breadwinner of the home to do that, where they've got to go out. Shout out to all the single parents out there. Do you know what I mean? It's a tough gig. I'm fortunate because I've got I got my wife that I can rely on to do all that. And then when I come home, that's my time to be present. You know, the other day I coached my son's football team. I have to leave work at 3:30 to go make it a training on time. It's a pain in the ass, but he loves it. And
Once a week?
Yeah, once a week.
Yeah.
He loves it. Yeah, I know, but it's always when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. It's like,
Get up. You just got to get up early.
just got to get up and do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, get up and
early.
have a
Yeah. Yeah. Start work early today. Start at 5:30. Do your 10 hours.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right. I get to do that.
Yeah. Fucking
I
work.
get to do that. Stress, cool. We're talking about stress and how to and how everyone, I think, at some stage in their life, be it now, when they're at work, when they're outside of work, are stressed.
I want to touch on something that you just mentioned then. You said it's not like they don't love their kids or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone, because like you're talking about intentions there, do you think any human actually has bad intentions? Like any human at all?
Yeah, I think so. Why wouldn't there be?
Why would there be? Me
Why
personally,
wouldn't they?
I don't think anyone is bad.
In what way?
Like even if someone has an intention of hurting you in a way, it's because they want to make themselves feel better. It's not because they want to hurt you for the sake of hurting you.
I'm sure there's some people that are not mentally stable.
Yes, that's
know what I mean?
different.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
not bad
sorry.
intentions. That's
Yeah,
stability.
that's right.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I probably agree with that then.
Yeah, I think deep down, no one has really bad intentions. Like
To them, their intentions may be good.
that's what I'm saying.
You've said this before.
Dude,
You've said it.
everyone,
Like,
yeah, that person you hate, that whatever it is, that person thinks they're a good person.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That person deep down
nice guy.
thinks they're a nice person. Yeah. And it's like one of the belief where you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, that person probably doesn't think what I think about him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's a very good eye opener. But I don't think anyone has a bad intention. Like even if you come in here, you're like, I'm going to steal from here, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to rob these people, or hurt these people, or do bad things. There's an underlying intention. It doesn't make it okay. Let me be super clear about that.
Yeah.
But I think there's an underlying intention with that. Do you know what I mean? It's like
probably stealing so you can provide for your family. You know what I mean? Or go home and they have dinner tonight.
that's what I'm saying. And it's like there's layers to it, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Go hurt someone because it's get you another star on your gang. You know what I mean?
it's like the parents who spoil their kids. We know now as society, giving your kids everything is not good for them. Yeah?
Yeah, without a
It
doubt.
ruins the kid. But you reckon that parents would say, I'm going to fuck this kid up.
Yeah.
No, they're saying, I love this kid so much and I want to give them everything that I didn't have. The intention is almost always good. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, there can be bad consequences from good intentions. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that.
No, very cool. Very cool. So we're talking about stress. I love the segue, by the way. So good. So good. I picked it up really early when you started doing it. And I'm like, as soon as you said he deals with stress, I'm like, how good. So today's topic, we wanted to talk a little bit about handling stress and how you go about it, how I go about it. And this is something I've learned over the years. Your ability to handle stress is in direct correlation to your wealth.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I've seen people who are in high stress situations, they generally have wealth behind them or in a pretty good wicket as far as remuneration is concerned.
I also think you need to be careful as well, because like sometimes people take a position that's ridiculously stressful, and because they might earn, you know, $250,000 a year or $500,000 a year, whatever it might be, and they wear themselves out then.
Yeah, I can definitely see how people do that.
What's a vice for you? Everyone has vices, I believe. Yeah, like I would turn to, hey, dude, just for the record, we're watching 9 kilos down there.
Yeah, how good is that?
Fucking kilos.
Fuck, man, 9 kilos is a lot.
9 kilos, yeah. I'm jumping higher.
Are you under 7? Are you under 80 now?
Yeah.
Did you see my comment on Facebook?
No.
Oh, not on Facebook, on YouTube?
Oh, no.
Did you see it?
Oh.
You jump on the one where you jump on the scales and go, I'm under 80.
Yeah,
under 80, under 80. And you're like, no, fuck.
Yeah.
I wrote fat failure.
Well, I'm there now.
It motivated you. You got it done.
I'm there now. So cracked the 7 finally.
Awesome. How good is that? Yeah, I've been thinking about the carnivore diet. How are you liking it now? Because I'll still like the podcast. You still don't. Yeah.
The last podcast.
I was just saying, 19 days in, this is the worst. You're pretty far in now. Halfway?
38 days, 39 days.
But it'd be interesting to see when you stop the carnivore diet.
Yeah, well, I might just implement fruit into it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because it's a great source of protein.
Yeah.
So it's good for you to be doing that for sure.
And just stay off the carbs, unless I want to eat a pizza or something. But like, don't make it a regular thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the vices thing. For me, a vice was food, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have a full-on day. Even like today's been full-on for me. Like I did not stop, dude. And like after this, I'd go get a burger or something, because I'd be like, man, like honestly, like just let me enjoy my life. Yeah, because like I've done so much today. Like let me just, and I would go do that. Yeah, I'd go eat a burger or pizza or something, and I haven't been able to do that now with this diet. So that vice has gone. So now when I have a shitty day, I can't do anything. I just sit there. And like the thing with meat is you don't sit there like I'm going to go munch on some steak. You know what I mean? If you feel like...
Yeah, can't open the pantry.
Yeah. If you feel like munching, that's not appetizing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that was a big vice for me. That's probably why I put on weight slowly over the years.
Yeah.
And I don't have that anymore. Like, as in, I can't turn to it right now. Once the 75 days over, I'm going. But right now, I can't turn to it. So I have no vice. So every time I have a stressful day, I just sit down and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, and yeah, you know what's become the thing now? If I go for my nightly walk or run, I'll just plug headphones in and go. And that's now become the thing where I kind of release.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What will I do in a stressful situation?
No, like...
Or on a day where I'm just...
vice. What's a vice for you? Like...
I think food is probably there too.
Yeah, like you'll go...
Sometimes.
You're having a shitty day.
Not real. No.
Yeah, you don't strike me as a foodie.
I don't... No, I love my food.
You know, like I've never seen you sit there like, bring like...
Yeah, I love food. I think I'm not as disciplined as I would like to be when it comes to, say, diet.
Yeah.
For example, so I've been training for 12 months now, and it's predominant. Like I probably haven't achieved the results I wanted to because of I'm not so strict on my diet. Now, I don't eat like shit. That's the funny thing. I don't go out and have macas or cakes or this or that, but I'm probably just not as strict as I could be. You know, with sticking to a particular diet, hitting your proteins, all that sort of stuff, counting macros, all that sort of shit. It's a difficult one. I don't know exactly what I have that's detrimental, especially lately because I've been very driven and focused.
Yeah.
Over the last 6 months, dude.
Well, so what do you do if you're having a, like, you know, some people drink, some people smoke.
Don't do that.
Some people do drugs. Some people will, you know,
you know what I reckon I might be for me? Maybe I just zone out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I can vibe.
Yeah, but not in. I'm say for example, if I've had like a killer week, we're saying being present. Being present sometimes is hard when you get home and you've had a killer week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that might be advice for me in the sense that
What do you do? Watch TV?
Yeah, that's probably a good one. Or I'll just be on my phone and just trying to, just not present with the missus or the kids or company, whoever it is. That's probably my vice in that instance, now that I'm thinking about it out loud.
Yeah.
But that happens few and far between. Yeah. Especially over the last 6 months, because you know what it's been, honestly? I reckon this podcast has helped us level up, or me anyway, has helped me level up from that perspective, because we talk a lot of business, we talk a lot of things that are going to help push us and grow us in the right direction. And then also things that have come out of that, like our weekly meeting. We have that weekly meeting now, which we've been doing for 6 weeks now, something like that. We're catching up and we're talking business, we're talking strategies, we're talking things that we can do for our events, for other businesses that we're involved in, other ideas we can have, how you can help me in other businesses from an advertising, from website. You've built some sick websites for me over the last 3 months. Do you know what I mean? All of them.
Yes.
They're all sick. Yeah. We've got to launch the PassCon one soon, so keep that. By the time you hear this,
might be live. Yeah. Go to passcon.com.au.
Nice little plug there.
It's not updated. Send George a message.
That's it. So, and then also the thing that's been eating at my side is the whole notion of making $6 million, making $5 million in the next 6 months. That's been eating at me a lot. And I've used it at a training. I used the example at a training. I said that same thing to a client today. If you have to make $6 million today, I said, go, you got to do it in the next 6 months. They're like, oh yeah, I'll give it a crack. Okay, cool. If you don't do it, I'm going to take your arm and a kid. All right, it's getting done. And I've had some pretty good focus. I've been reading a lot more now, like more regularly with books and stuff like that. So I'm self-educated. I think I'm at that point where stressful situations aren't really stressful to me anymore.
In the
zone. Yeah, I'm in the zone. And this is an example we had. I can't remember if I've spoken about this in the previous podcast, but we had the CFMEU come out onto one of our jobs a few weeks back, about a month or so back. Yeah, I think I may have alluded to it, and I was avoiding to say anything, but you know what, I don't give a fuck, like whatever. So the CFMEU, for those of you that don't know, they're a construction union, and they came and visited one of my sites and throwing their weight around, using some intimidation tactics and all that sort of stuff going there. So you got to shut your job down, it's not safe, it's not this, it's not that. And I get the game, I understand it, it's not me bashing them. I see them as a necessary evil as far as being in the industry and having a role to play. Do I think they're too far and too extreme in this instance? Absolutely. But I'm sitting on the other side of the fence, so that's why it's very easy for me to say so. Anyway, I met up with one of the organisers the other day following my meeting, and it was a really positive meeting. Nice guy, gentleman, was very respectful, telling me what he was looking for. I told him what I was looking for and where I'm at in my life and my business and all that sort of stuff. And he approached it with a collaborative approach, right? In the sense of, we want to work with you, we want to help you get to where you need to be, so that, when you grow, so do our members, like our members get business, like our members have work, have a job. So we want to help support you get to where you want to be. If you want to do these bigger projects and all that sort of stuff, I say, look, thanks for the support. And if that's how you genuinely feel and genuinely think and want to have a collaborative approach to working, I think it's a really good relationship and a really good thing you're doing. Now, they went out that same day or the day before, sorry, and posted a video and put it across their social media pages, pretty much bad-mouthing me, or not me personally, but the company, saying PassCon are not paying people, they're dodgy, they're cutting corners on safety, they're doing this, they're doing that. And, and this is what I was saying, people were attacking, my company that I love and all this sort of stuff, and people were getting more emotional that either were at my employees, like, that's bullshit, let's get them, let's do our own video, let's fucking badmouth them. And then I get even clients and friends, other contractors, like calling, hey, this bullshit, what? How can they say that? How can they do all this? I said, look, guys, it's the game. Just relax. Not a big deal. Oh, but they just said how unsafe you were. Okay, am I unsafe? I'm like, no. Do I not pay my trades? No. And I said, like, go find one person on that project who isn't paid. You find just one, and I will double whatever I owe him. Right now, I'll send it to him. Do you know how I can say that with so much conviction? Do you know why? Because I know I paid everyone. Because I press the button that goes out and pays everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point I'm getting at is I see a lot of people around me getting stressed, and I can get it. Ooh, big scary union coming and knocking on my door. Big scary union posting a video on social media that isn't true that a couple thousand people might see. Big deal. Hey, you're talking about me. They're talking about me. I wear it as a badge of honor. You're playing small, guys. You're playing small. The big boys are starting to take notice of little old me. All right? What are you getting intimidated for? Oh, people are calling us scabs. They're going, oh, how do you shut them down? Shut them down. Guys, they're talking about us. And then I emailed you the other day. No, texted you. Said, hey, because I got the Google report come in. And I emailed.
Oh, yeah, the Google one.
Yes, yeah. So Google sends it out quarterly or monthly or something like that. Yeah, and says this is how your website's performing. I'm like, oh, you're doing something different. Yeah. You've got some ads running that I don't know about. Because we had a huge influx of...
like 200, 300% or something.
Yeah, huge influx of visitors to our website, clicking on this, getting in touch, phone numbers, addresses, everything. And then it clicked. Yeah, look at that. People are taking notice.
How funny.
Free advertising. Didn't even cost me a cent. But the point I'm getting at, and what made me realize, is how much better I am at handling stressful situations than I would have been 5 years ago.
Why though?
I've gone through the hot colds. You know, I've got the calluses. That's what I believe it is. I don't think it's something you can specifically be taught. I think you do have to experience stress to be able to handle stress. How can I teach you stress? How can I teach you stress management when something stressful happens? Hey, go in the corner.
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. Wait, hold on. How can go and practice breathing exercises in the corner and come back and we'll be right? Yeah. How can you teach that? So there's got to be, that's a great point you make. And going through experiences is one thing, but don't you believe that you can, okay, if we had the same methodology around airplanes crashing, we'd be like, well, listen, bro, you know, until you've been in an airplane crash, I can't teach you how to, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I can't teach you how to handle it. Yeah. If we thought the same way about it. But they teach people how to handle airplane crashes, right? This is a bit different because your body, like you mentally can freak out.
Yep.
But what are some things, if I said to you, you got to prep your son, okay, you're going to go through something really stressful. You're going to prep him right now. Like, hey, you got 24 hours. You spend the next 24 hours with him. What are you going to, you're going to share something with him. You're not going to be like, listen, bro, you know, there's nothing I can do. You just got to experience it, and hopefully
at that age, it's bruh.
That's just listen, bruh.
Listen, bruh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like, you're not going to do that. So
it's probably the same advice I would give someone that's 38 years old. It will pass. It's not going to be here forever.
So no.
It will pass. Well, there will be tools. Yeah, I mean, you can do the whole, count 3 blue things, take 5 deep breaths, assess the risk and danger and all that sort of shit. Like
slip, slop, slap.
Yeah, that's all that sort of shit. But the thing that I've realized with every single stressful situation in my life that I've had to date, it will pass. It will pass. Tomorrow the sun will rise. Everything will keep moving forward as long as you are. Right? You have to have that mindset and that belief that everything will be better and work towards it. Working towards it, it will pass. Everything you are going through, everything you have gone through to this moment, listening to this podcast, sitting at this table, what you are a whole incumbents of your experiences to date. Every stressful situation in your life you have gotten through today. Every single one. Are you stressed about them right now? You might be. There might be some things in your life right now that you're stressed about. Are there things that you've experienced that were really stressful in the moment that are not stressing you out right now? VCE. Some people stress ridiculously over that when they're going for their exams or in uni. Are you stressed about your uni exams right now that you did 13 years ago, 15, 20 years ago? Hasn't crossed your mind. Are you stressed that time you went to go get your building license or get registered or get your driving license or anything that was stressful? No. But every single scenario, every single thing that you have accomplished and will continue to just makes you better at handling those stressful things. The better you are at handling stress, the calmer you're going to be when stressful situations come up. And I think it's really important to have a cool, calm, collected head when a stressful situation comes up. That's what we just do.
Make better decisions.
You make better decisions. Have you ever seen someone that's erratic where something happens?
Or just all the time?
Yeah, but just like just stupid things. like you're not helping the scenario.
And like that, like we've all been in that position too, right?
I mean, I've heard the perfect example, say if a kid's drowns in a pool. And I've heard this scenario a few times before. Where the kid
is drowning.
Or drowns, right?
Dead.
They pull him out of the pool, he's not breathing, right? If you are, and most of the time it's the women in this instance because they are more emotional and will get in hysterics, okay? But whoever, it's not saying that that's always the case, but if you're in hysterics when you pull a kid out of the water, do you really think that kid's got a better likelihood of surviving or not? It's the person that goes, step the fuck back, move, like I know CPR, I know what I need to do, right? The father, the brother, the sister, the mum, the dad, whoever that cool, calm, collected person is going to save that kid's life.
Dude, all right. Two things. You just reminded me of a situation, not drowning.
Yeah.
Do I want to share this? Yeah, I'll share it. My younger cousin, this was years ago, and they were shifting houses. He was like 5 at the time. He's probably like 24 now. He was like 5 at the time, and they were shifting houses. And something happened. A whole thing happened, and he got smacked in the face with a log of wood accidentally.
Yeah.
Like, dude, clean. Like, I thought he died. Very bad hit. Mum was freaking out. Dad was trying to see if his teeth are still in, and Mum was freaking out so much that the dad started flipping, and then my dad at the time was the only calm one because it wasn't his son, I guess. But I was just watching this whole thing unfold, and then I was thinking, how do you stay calm in that situation? Just then, as you were explaining that, and there's this cool thing I heard, and it's you're not stressed or you don't have anxiety. You're just not prepared enough. And I think going through a situation like that or a kid drown, like a life, because I was thinking, how does a lifesaver stay calm?
Yeah.
They're just prepared.
They're trained. They're trained. That's what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Every stressful scenario you have from when you were 5
to training through experience.
It's training through experience.
Yeah.
And I feel that I've had a really big training session over the last 5 years so that when stressful things come up, I'm like, it's okay, just fucking move on.
But so how do you...
This isn't a big deal. And even whether it's personal or whether it's professional, it will always pass. There are things now that are going to happen in life that, everyone's going to go through a death of some sort, be it yourself or someone else that you know that's really close to you. It's going to happen. How are you going to deal with that? Are you going to be and I can't remember who was saying this. I think it might have been Jordan Peterson. Yeah.
Be the strongest person.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. How do I know you're going to say that?
Yeah. We're trained. That's why. And I'd like to think that I would be. I see all my family. I see everyone. My dad has always said, actually, and I think this is an original saying, but the last gift your parents will ever give you is when they die. And that's because that's when you now become head of the family. That's when you become a man or the woman or whatever it is. You become you. You are no longer under the guidance. You are no longer under the wing of a parent. Now, whether you're 8, 50, 60, 70 years old and your parents still around, you're never that person until they pass away. That's the last gift that they give you. Then you become that for your children, for your offspring, whatever it might be. And I like to think as myself, the day that happens or the day that comes, because it will, my parents going to die, hopefully before me, as God willing and as I've wanted for my own children, as intended, the natural order.
Best case scenario.
That's right. Best case. How fucked?
How fucked is that? Yeah.
Best case scenario.
Best case scenario is you don't get to see your kids grow up fully, like live their whole life. That's your best case scenario. That's just fact. It's so cool. When you think, the more I think about that, the more it's like, it's insane.
Yeah. So true. So true. And I believe looking at my whole family and what everyone's like, I think I am that person in my family, and again, it's just everything that has led me to this date. Now you go tell, I know people that are like this, and touch wood doesn't happen to anyone else, or to very few people who hope you can live through your life. But if you have a child die, go tell the father of that child or the mother of that child about stress in work.
They just look at you like,
you're fucking stupid. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? And that's a bit of gratitude in that space, I suppose, a little bit. But you mentioned before, how do you deal with it? Look, there are still tools and resources that you can use in stressful situations. Yeah, sometimes taking a step back, take 10 deep breaths, go sit in the sun for 5 minutes, like
Go for a walk.
go for a walk. Yes, those are tools that can definitely help you in stressful situations. Meditate, absolutely. Do those things. Listen to
sleep.
Yeah,
Dude, just like sometimes you had a really bad day, you just go to sleep.
go to sleep.
Go to sleep,
Sometimes when you
wake up tomorrow.
in the morning, it's another day, and away you go. That can work sometimes too.
Side note, why are your employees calling me? But that's another side note.
They try
Mouth tape.
Oh, you got it.
Of course I
I
got it.
saw you wearing it the other day.
Did I send you a thing of mouth tape?
No, when you did that video with
Oh yeah, I
you were
always
still fat when you were over 80 kilos.
I always wear that. Look at this. I've had mouth tape
What about the
for 7 days. Look at my sleep.
So it's been amazing.
Dude, it's irrefutable. Camera.
All green.
It's irrefutable. The only day I didn't get green was the day I slept 4 hours.
Why? Just sleep 4 hours.
Just had a late night and an early start.
Had shit to do.
Shit to do.
I'm fucking
Around,
around.
fuck around.
Yeah, that's really
Look
interesting.
at that.
Isn't it?
All green, man. Do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, before that, I would normally get like maybe, like 4 greens, or if I check it each week,
Do you feel
3
better?
greens. No.
You don't feel any difference?
Dude, I never felt bad. Even people saying like,
So what about the thing on your nose?
Oh, dude, I will give you one. Try it once. You probably will never sleep without it again. For like 60 cents a night, you will never sleep without it again.
Give me one.
Yeah. I'll bring
Test
one
it
next
out.
time.
Is it just one time use?
Yeah. You use it and then you just like...
So what does it do? Is it like a suction cup on the side of your nose and pulls it out?
It's just like sticky. So you apply it, but it's got like a thick
Center.
something in the middle.
Doesn't that
and then
fucking annoy you at night time?
you don't feel it. You can't tell it's on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And you put it on, all of a sudden you're like...
So that and the mouth at the same time?
Yeah. So you can breathe through your nose and then you cover up your mouth.
Yeah, right.
And you sleep and it's... The mouth tape's a little bit annoying because if you wake up and you're thirsty, you can't really pour water up your nostril.
Does it
Like,
does it hurt when you rip it off?
nah, you don't sit there like...
Well, like a bad day.
You do it slowly, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so irrefutable, man. Irrefutable. Puts you in, I was told, this term, parasympathetic state or something along those lines.
Yeah, right.
Apparently, when you breathe through your nose, you get into a deeper sleep. One thing I have noticed is I've slept through about 3 alarms since doing it. Yeah. Yeah, I was not hearing it. Just so out that... But yeah, do I feel different overall? No. I never felt bad. Did I feel different from doing the carnivore diet? No, I never felt bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or 9 kilos lighter.
still feel the same. T-shirts fit better.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't actually look, I mean, maybe it's because your jacket, but you don't actually look much.
I've had a few people see, but I probably see you a lot too.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
not the problem. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, I think
you might
that's
not
probably
know,
why, 'cause
but
I
I've had a
don't
few
see
people
it.
say like, "Dude, have you lost weight?" And I'm like, but it's if I look at, even if I show you a photo,
10 kilos is a lot for anyone. I mean, unless you're 250 kilos.
Gonna buzz you out?
Kilos isn't a
I'll
lot.
buzz you out. Let me show you a photo from 6 weeks ago, and you'll realize the difference. What's a good photo that's gonna make you realize? I saw a photo the other day, dude, and I was like, man, I saw a photo at the Builder Summit. Let me find it.
That's funny.
It's just, you just realize like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like I was, my face is much chubbier there.
Plain small.
Well, playing big stomach. But yeah,
Whilst you're finding that, I had, so whilst I remember during one of my stressful periods in business, I would be driving to site and I'd be listening to podcasts that were putting me in the right frame of mind before I actually got to work. So positive, motivational ones, things that would help me get through a difficult situation. It could even be on a podcast about how to manage difficult times or stress or whatever it might be. And I noticed that helped me a lot in those moments too.
so you're saying setting the foundation
Yeah.
right
Yeah, absolutely.
from the get.
I'm practicing gratitude. That was something that I practiced a lot back then and still do now. But that was a tool that really helped me in that scenario.
Yeah, look how much chubbier my face was there
Heaps.
compared to now.
Yeah, heaps.
Yeah, it's 9 kilos.
Yeah.
like
It's
more
more
than-
than, it's
more than
definitely, it would
10%
definitely
of
be
my body
noticed.
weight.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would definitely be noticeable. For sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, very cool.
what podcast do you listen to? this one, obviously.
Oh, why would you listen to anything else now? I don't listen to anything else. I was literally listening to this podcast driving here from my meetings today.
I don't see why you wouldn't do that. Would make
Got to catch up. Sometimes I need an expert opinion.
Would make
So I listen to myself.
better to listen to. All right, cool. Anything else stress-wise that you think people could do, should do, apart from sleep, walk?
Don't be scared of it.
That's experience.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that. You know what I mean? It's like the only thing you can do apart from experience is prepare, right? It's the only thing you can do. There's nothing else you can do from that front to help you.
You know what's funny as well? I used to look back when I was employed before I had my own business and think about, being stressed at work.
As an employee? Yeah. And you're like, man, this job's stressing me out. And you're like, dude, do you remember when you used to leave and unplug?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What happened to that? I haven't been able to do that.
I haven't done that in 10 years.
Yeah.
I look at that and I was like, man, you had the good life.
Yeah, but don't you also think, though, that one day you'll look back at this and then you'll be like, how easy was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
2-3 businesses and a podcast. That's it. Just the one podcast.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Well, we should go break off and do other ones as well.
Just the one. That's just the experience. That's muscle. Like, you know what I mean? You build it's like a muscle. You build it, you get better at it. And we've shared this about business before. Sometimes you're in the hole in business, and when you've been there before, you're like, I know I've been here before.
Yeah.
These waters are not unfamiliar, sorry. These waters are not unfamiliar.
Yeah. I
know where we are. We're not in uncharted. What was that term they were using during COVID? Unprecedented times.
Speaking of which, did you hear Daniel Andrews got an award or some shit the other day?
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
We should get him on the podcast.
Well,
I'd love to thank him in person. What a fucking joke.
That guy.
Yeah.
What's the award for?
Oh, it was something about I can't remember. It was
most lockdowns.
It was a national. Yeah. It was actually quite a highly recognised award that he won.
Well,
and it was Steve Price was actually bagging it on the project.
Who?
You know Steve Price is? He's a TV personality, presenter, news type guy on the project. And he was saying, how the fuck did he get an award after everything he had done? Like, that to me is just ridiculously rigged.
Everything rigged.
Man, I
don't think everything's rigged.
Yeah. Dude. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I just couldn't believe that he, of all people, was celebrated for his efforts over the last, 8 years.
You don't think that's just paid for?
What, the award itself?
Hey, did you? Do I want to say this on the podcast?
Yeah.
I'll say it. Did you get a nomination for Australian of the Year?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Seriously?
No. Why?
Huh?
No.
I nominated you. Did you? I was like, this is going to be sick, dude. Once you get the nomination, you can be like, nominee for Australian of the Year. And I was like, how funny. Yeah, this is going to be sick. We haven't received anything.
I haven't received shit. They obviously saw the application and threw it out. They go, this wog? I'm like,
no, wait, hold on. I think it closes off in July.
Oh, does it? So it's still time.
If you get it, it's going to be sick.
Guys, can we put the link in the show notes or something to vote for everyone to vote for me?
George Passis, Australian of the Year nominee.
I want to win the thing.
One step at a time.
You to play small. What the fuck?
But I was like, how good is that going to be?
I'll ride that wave. Like, I'd win it, and I'd be like that person that gets up on the stage and goes, "Yeah, these ones, like sticking the finger up, yeah, motherfuckers."
Ride it for as long as you can.
That's it.
Yeah, I was nominated for Australian of the Year in 1974.
I'll win it. I want to win it. I'll win the award.
I apologise.
They won't let it happen. They're playing too small.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give it to me.
Like, this guy's
going to fuck shit up.
Did
you hear what I said about women?
What's he done? And I'm like, he's helping the construction community by educating them for little to no cost.
Little to no cost. Doing it out of the goodness of his heart.
This was ages ago.
That is so
you just reminded me of it then.
That is so good.
How funny. If you get it, now you're going to laugh.
Oh, man. I'll probably have got it and probably deleted the email.
Yeah,
I reckon it would have been spam. I was just George Buzz Australia. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's just like that guy. Well done. You are entrepreneur of the world's top 10 entrepreneurs to follow, top 10 influencers to follow on Forbes.
That's real.
Is it? Shit. I better undelete that email.
Better unblock those people.
That's the other thing I do. I always block those emails. Very, very.
You got to keep a clean inbox. It keeps a clear mind.
Yeah. I block a lot of emails on purpose for that reason. Recently, over the last year, I unsubscribe to everything.
Me, I'm like the master unsubscriber. I will, if they don't have an unsubscribe button, I'll email them. Say, unsubscribe me. Stop sending me shit. Piss off. I'll report you.
Yeah. To who? Mr. Internet?
Yeah. Get it, Daddy.
He's a doozy, that one. But even then, I still get, like, I wake up to my inbox every morning and it's just like...
How many emails?
Yeah, it's heaps, man.
How many?
Every morning, if I leave it go for a day without...
No. So first thing in the morning when you wake up...
There's at least 30 there.
Fuck. You wake up to 30 emails every day?
At least.
What are you doing?
Don't fuck around.
Huh?
I'm sending a lot of emails.
What time do you check your emails? How do you not stress? How does that not stress you out?
Oh, I delete... I don't read half. I just file them. No.
So you're like copied into stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I get copied into a lot of shit.
Okay. There's not stuff
I'll
you need
skim over it. Oh, not always. Sometimes I'll skim over it because I know which ones are. A lot are from employees, just copied in. Some are from clients. I'm like, yeah, you sort that out. I delegate very well. That's something I've been really good at. That helps with my stress. So if I had to do everything, that would drive me wild. Wouldn't have enough hours in the day if I had to do everything. You know what I mean? So I delegate a lot to my employees and go, hey, do this, sort this out. Like literally before we got into this podcast, I had to do this one task. And then Simon walked in and I go, actually, here you go, sort that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for coming.
That's it. But that just saved me half an hour. Come in here, do this, rather than me sit in there and do that task for half an hour. And it's something he's very well capable to do. And it's going to be a great benefit because once he does it, then I can do this next thing which I need to do. So, yeah, I love delegating. I used to hate it, but I love doing it now. And the other day I delegated something and I'll throw Simon under the bus because fuck it, why not? He fucked it up.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, I was like, fuck, if I just did this myself, that is a toxic thought.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll just fucking fair. I do everything myself. It'd be so much easier. I'll do a better job.
That's right.
Yeah.
If I just did this one task myself, I wouldn't have to be sitting here now and doing it all again, and it's taking me twice as long because I have to fix his fuck up. I was sitting there thinking that, and I also thought, yeah, but if I taught him how to do it properly the first time, it was completely my fault. If I taught him how to do it, then I wouldn't have to sit here and do it.
Everything. Yeah, hey, that's another thing with stress. Take responsibility.
Bang on.
Fucking dude, when something's gone wrong, you're like, hey, can I do anything about this? If I can, okay, let's do that thing. And if I can't, well, what am I waiting for?
Did I cause this?
Hey?
What can I do? Like, did you cause it? Rest, review, and reward. That's not reward yourself in that.
Yeah, relax.
Rest, review, relax.
Yeah, best of all.
So you got to review what you've done. Review and go, okay, how did this become an issue right here, right now? How? What has happened leading up to it? Is it something I've done? Yes or no? And if it's not, well, could I have avoided it by sending an email or doing something about it? Yes, I could have. Well, then, yeah, it's my fault.
Okay, yeah. And then, okay, what am I going to do so this doesn't happen again?
That's right.
It's like a very logical pathway of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a very logical being, especially over the last few years. I've always been a logical person. Like, kill me with logic. If you want to win an argument, show me the facts. Yeah, cool, you're right. And I reckon that helps a lot with stress. Because if you can look at something logically and it's irrefutable, that this is the reason that it's happened, or this is the reason why it's happening, or this is the reason it's going to end. Like, okay.
Yeah,
that's facts. That's it, that's facts. Let's move on.
Yeah, like why are we going
to dwell on this? Speed. Speed is another thing. Like Eat the Frog. You read that book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't, but I know the concept behind it.
Yeah.
So Eat the Frog, like do that difficult thing at the start of the day.
Should get it. It's a very small book.
Yeah, look.
You want smash for it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But do that thing, like don't avoid it, because problems delayed are problems intensified. The longer you leave it, the bigger a problem it can become. Just it's sweep this one under the carpet. I'll deal with it next week, next month, next year.
Yeah,
do it now.
Big fucking problem.
Do it now. If you do it now, it's probably not a big issue. Whereas if you do it in 6 months' time, okay, now it's a big issue. that difficult conversation, that thing that's going to cost you money. Well, it might cost you a little bit of money now, but a lot later. You decide, because you keep sweeping it under the carpet and want to do something that's easy, that brings you instant gratification.
Yeah.
That can often cause to stressful situations in the future.
100%. Eat the frog. Have you ever eaten a frog?
No, I haven't actually.
I don't think
I haven't done that either.
It's horrible.
Is it? I can imagine it not being pleasant.
Oh, I don't even know why people do it.
I've had French cuisine once and I didn't love it.
Who was I talking to the other day? And I was like, what's it called when something's a particular cuisine's, it's a delicacy.
Wired?
Delicacy. And then I was saying this to someone the other day. And I was like, hey, this is a delicacy. Let's try it. And they're like, bro, if it's a delicacy, that means it tastes like shit. That's why they call it a delicacy, because no one can eat it except for these people. And I'm like,
that's right.
that's a good point. Like, that is a solid point, because most delicacies,
You could have stars on the carnivore diet. 100% you could.
yeah, you could. It's definitely an animal. Barely an animal.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Or the bottom of the shell.
Well, he's here all week.
He was here.
He is here all week.
It's not pleasant.
Yeah, I haven't had it before.
It doesn't taste nice.
Oh, look, I've got no great desire to go out and have it either, to tell the truth.
I was just in
France?
France, and I was like,
Just go past.
way in Paris. Just give it a whirl.
So, as well as being in business, you are inherently going to have stressful situations as well. So don't think day one when we're going to start the business, everything's going to be rainbows and lollipops. It's not. You're definitely going to have stressful situations in business. Even in life.
I think business is one of the best teachers.
Yeah, without a doubt. I couldn't agree more.
Do you know what I mean? I think how much you will develop as a human because of business is phenomenal.
Everyone should start a business. Just give it a crack.
Some people don't have it in them.
They don't, but at least, as you said, they'll learn some lessons. They'll learn that it's not in them to,
But they won't even
business.
Learning is an ability. Some people have this. Two people can have the same experience. One can learn, one cannot. Yeah. So some people don't learn from that. Some people want to blame. I wish you could run a bit. I could never. Dude, I'd be the best fucking employee.
Man, I used to say that all the time.
Dude, I thought I was the best employee, but now, like,
can't.
fuck, dude, like, it's a whole, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then you think, why can't they think like me? And then you think, well, makes sense.
Yeah, because even when I was an employee, I thought I always got promoted real quick, and also got the better projects, when I was working for other companies. And that's because I genuinely bled, for the company. Like, this is me. I took it personally.
Yeah.
Like I wanted the company to do well. I saw the success of the company was the success of me. And I think that mindset got me promoted really well, got me the great jobs, got me everything that I needed across my career path until it got to that point where I was like, no, I got to do this by myself, all on my own. And if you're an employee and you're listening to this podcast, have a healthy competition with everyone else in the room. Just be better than them. Dude, go that extra 5%. You don't even need to do a lot.
No, it's easy
to
win that game. That's the easy game.
It's so easy to win, and it's so beneficial for you in your career. Trust me. I promise you. Just get to work half hour before everyone else, or even better, get to work before your boss does. You watch how much you're going to
even that is a lot. You don't even have to do that much. Just get to work 15 minutes early and be happy.
Don't even do it because I'm doing this for it. Just do it.
You just reminded me.
Watch what happens.
Yeah, you just reminded me of something. I worked at Mercedes for 7 years. Mercedes-Benz in South Melbourne. And shout out to the whole service team at Mercedes-Benz.
Give us a sponsor, a Merc.
Give us a Merc. I'm going to buy a Merc, by the way.
Are you?
Very close.
Oh, yes. Oh, is it the one you were saying the other day?
Let's go. Yeah.
Does it have 2 extra cylinders than a V6?
Yeah. Yes.
Sick.
Maybe, possibly.
Okay.
Not
so
100%.
excited.
But back to what I was saying. I used to do that. And they had actually, when I was working there, this was a long time ago. I know what it's like now, but the culture wasn't great. It was like, hey man, 4:06, I'm out. We used to finish at 4:06.
4:06, that's a weird time.
Yeah, because 6 minutes a day across the week gave you half an hour on time sheet. So you had to start at 8 and finish at 4:06. weird thing.
Hang on, it gave you half hour what?
Half hour of time.
To do what?
So it was so that you would end up with 38 hours, not 37 and a half.
Okay, yeah.
So you had to do 38 hours a week. So
Yeah.
to do your 38, you have to do an extra 6
406.
a day. Yeah. Weird. Anyway, that was the first job, last job I've ever seen do that. But I used to be good mates with the guy, one of the guys there who's the workshop controller. The workshop controller is the person who hands out jobs. So they manage all the jobs coming into the workshop. They're kind of like a management role.
As in for the cars coming in?
For all the cars coming in for service,
Yeah.
he makes sure he
It
gives
goes
the
to
jobs
each
out
person.
to each person. So you're doing
You're doing
this,
the servicing, you're doing the trans, you're doing the
and I was good
wheels.
good mates of him. And I would be like, I could be packed up, ready to go, and he would get like a last minute tire change. And I'd be like, on my way out, dude, shoulder, I'm like backpack on my shoulder, but walking to clock off. And he'd be like, hey, can you do a tire? And I would just look at him, and I used to always say like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I was trying to, like, I'd do the extra bit. A couple of years later, Lindsay Fox brings in his SLR McLaren to get serviced. Guess who gets the job? Me.
Absolutely you do.
He's like, dude, above everyone. He's like, everyone knew the car was there. Like, salespeople were everywhere. It was a full-on thing. Got towed in. It had Hawaiian plates. I got photos of it.
And it wasn't because you were mates with him.
No. It was because
Yeah.
you helped me, I helped you. When he needed the extra work done, I'd stay back. When he needed the... Dude, I could have easily said, dude, I have to go. Like, I'm fucking left. My hands are clean. I've washed my
You
hands.
could have easily called him up that next day or on the weekend. Say, oi, when you see the backpack on my shoulder, don't fucking look at me. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, I didn't even say
Because you were mates with him. So you could have had that conversation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I didn't. I understand that his job was to get the shit done.
Yeah.
That was a stressful position to be in at the end of the day. And you knew no one... A tire is the worst thing. It's like the lowest... Yeah.
You just cleaned yourself.
Yeah, and it's like the lowest thing. And I'd do it. I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll help you. Whatever you need. Yeah, can you do OT tonight? Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
You can.
And I bet you every single person that didn't get the McLaren was like, oh,
There's one McLaren, dude. One McLaren with the whole 7 years.
yeah.
This
But
guy
the
got.
only but everyone else there that wanted to work on that McLaren, every single one of them, I guarantee you, oh, Robbie just got that because they're mates. Oh, sure, Robbie gets that.
I was a superstar in that workshop.
Huh?
I was a superstar in that workshop.
That's it. But no, but aside from that, the reason is, like, they would have been blaming everything else.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Why didn't you? Because you're the one that didn't go that extra yard.
Yeah.
You didn't get paid that extra $10 that you should have got paid over that. So why am I staying? And it's that silently quitting mentality, which I think is a fucking joke. But
It's a real thing, though.
yeah, 100% it is. I believe there's people out there that are like that without a doubt.
Yeah, they're mentally checked out.
Yeah.
People are mentally checked out of life, dude. I am my life's done.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
dude,
this is
you're
what I mean.
27.
Right? If you're acting like that in a business role, in an employee role, I guarantee there's aspects of that in your own day-to-day life as well, where you're checking out, where you're like, oh, I'm only going to be this good.
The way you act is the way you act in all areas. Some things you take more seriously because it's a priority now,
Yeah.
but your ability, like the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. You know, if you half-ass this, you half-ass most things, or the things that you're not paying attention to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, build the right habits around it.
Yeah. So true. So true. But I love that story, man. I love that story. I just,
Sick car.
yeah, that'd be cool. What an experience. Like if you're a mechanic and that's what you enjoy and that's what you love, that's what you'd be wanting to work
4
on.
people watching me, dude.
Oh,
I was
that's
doing it. Yeah.
so funny.
Like, people, dude,
What were you doing? Just changing tire.
change the oil.
Oh, just changing the oil.
Yeah. On the,
Did you get to drive it? Or
just in and out of the workshop.
Yeah.
It was a left-hand drive car. So,
Oh, was it?
yeah. Got Hawaiian plates on it, dude. On all of it.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm just trying to think where I've had that scenario. The only thing that I can think of in my own role was a couple of times when I was working at some bigger companies. I used to, this is when I was back at Abbey Group, and there was an office full of probably 30 people. I would have been mid-20s. Yeah, mid-20s, like 24, 25. And I reckon I would have been in the office at 7 a.m. every single day. Every single day. I'd often be the one that opened the office. That's how early I was there.
Know the alarm code.
Yeah, like I was often the one that opened the office. Sometimes my boss was there, or the project director was there before me. But every day when I drove, I'd say 9 out of 10 days, my car would be in the car park and he would come in after me. So he would always see that every single day. And as a result of seeing that all the time, I got that promotion ahead of all the other people that were my age. And at that role, you're semi-junior type person in a business like that. And I got that promotion to that next level first.
Dude, you know what else that does? When you're not there, when, like in my example, if I'm walking out and he says, hey, can you do this? And I say, bro, I actually can't. There's no hesitation.
Yeah.
Their end. They don't sit there like, come on, man, fuck this guy, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's like,
He
probably genuinely can't. Yeah, because he would have done it otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it builds that level of acceptance, I guess, that, you know what I mean? No, they know you. Like, your reputation is, you would have done it. You know what I mean? We know that if you could, you would, because in the past you have.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of gives you a ticket out for when you do need to go. Yeah, like, hey, mate, you know for a fact that if I could, I would have done this. I do this 99% of the time. Just today, I can't. And they're cool with it. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, right, he does this most of the time. Like, let's find some other fucker who then does it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's give them this. Oh,
Yeah.
but that's the other thing. Hey,
Well, dude, like, if you're late, if you're in your situation, like one day, if you rock up half an hour late, do you reckon he's going to sit there? Hey, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
He's not. He's going to sit there. He must think like, hey, everything all right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he check in on you. Yeah.
conversation changes, doesn't
Yeah. It's like, you know, you're usually the first person here. Like, you're all good? Okay, cool. Like, must have been, something must have happened.
Yeah.
You slept in, whatever it might be.
And even from the other perspective, let's look at another example of that. The boss has a shit job and he knows it's a shit job. Who's he going to call? Do you know what I mean? He's looking like, hey, let's give this to Robbie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oi, Samantha, come here. We've got a job for you, seeing as you rocked up at fucking 8:30 this morning on the afternoon shift.
8:30.
Here you go.
Yeah, afternoon.
Afternoon shift, AM. Yeah, I need you to count how many highlighters are in fucking storage. Go.
And then count them again.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, putting in a little bit more effort definitely take you a long way as an employee and lead to more stressful scenarios in your life, which you want.
Which will make you a better person.
Make you a better person.
You'll level up. That's
Level up.
why business makes people better. It's the stress of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you did not need any money, very few people would play business at the level they do. Like, take it as seriously at the start anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people still would because it's kind of game-like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most people probably wouldn't. And I think the fact that they're in a situation of need, it causes them to put themselves in situations where they level up just from experience. You know what I mean? Got burnt by this, got done by that, fucked up here, learned here, or did the same thing 3 times then learned, or whatever it might be for your situation. But business is a stressful but amazing experience.
Damn straight on that. I think it's a good way to wrap it up.
Good way to wrap it up.
For sure.
So,
Um,
stop fucking stressing.
stop stressing.
Nah, stress more.
Yeah, as you know, we want more stress, don't we?
Stress, but don't stress.
Stop stressing about
You know what,
stress.
dude? Don't stop stressing about stress.
Yeah. It's going to come. Embrace it.
I kind of like the little bit of pressure.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt. They say pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah,
Without a doubt. I think you need it.
I think it's good.
I agree.
I think it pushes you.
More stress you have in your life, then I think, as I said, it's a direct correlation to your wealth and success. Because if everything's easy, then, and how you're challenging yourself, how you're becoming bigger and better person each time, business, life, whatever it is.
Comfort's a killer.
Comfort's a killer. Comfort's a killer.
Is a killer.
Yeah, do you know what else? Yeah. Do you know what else will kill you?
What?
When you don't subscribe.
That'll kill you.
That'll kill you. It's a great way to have more stress in your life, isn't it? Because if you're not learning the lessons that you're getting through this podcast and you're not implementing into your life, it's going, you know what? Damn straight. That's what I need to do when I get into a stressful situation. Subscribe. Subscribe. Turn this on.
Share it with your mother.
Share it.
Share.
Why would you share it? Why wouldn't you?
If you share it with your mum, I want you to tell me.
I want your mum to call Robbie.
Get your mother to call me
Get her to call it
and say g'day.
there, and we'll send her a
T-shirt.
T-shirt. I like it. Thanks a lot, guys. As always, same time, same place. Every Wednesday, you get your podcasts here with $1 Million Days. And you know what? We love it. Fucking love it.
We do. It's sick. Thanks, guys.
Peace out.